Hey, what's up, everybody? It's that guy, Skimpy, and this is Tackle Talk with Skimp, where I'm going to be interviewing a bunch of different bait makers, whether they pour jigs or pour plastics or make swim baits or airbrush or modify molds or even making molds. Anything that has to do with bait making and tackle, I want to talk about it. So let's go. Oh my God! Look at it. Dinko mold. This is the 5-inch one. All right, so we're just going to jump right in it. I got question number 1 for you is, what is your name and where are you from?
I am Joe Frank. I am the owner of Bait and Tackle, and I am in Roanoke, Virginia.
Awesome. Question number 2 is, where can we find you? Like what social media platforms, and do you have a website?
So I don't have a website, and I'm on Instagram, obviously YouTube, and I do have a Facebook account as well. It's all
Okay.
Bait and Tackle. So
Awesome.
Yep.
All right. Question number 3 is, how long have you been bass fishing?
So I've been bass fishing since I was probably about, I don't know, I probably like 8 to 10 years old. And my uncles were the ones that originally started taking me out. And I grew up in upstate New York. That's where I'm originally from. So smallmouth, largemouth, it's pretty much free for a walleye was big up there too. We did have the Salmon River up there in upstate New York. That was a big deal.
Okay.
But I mean, I got a couple pictures when I was a kid, like 12 years old, holding this salmon. It's about as big as me. You know what I mean? So it was a riot, man. It was a good time. And then I kind of like took a break from it for a while. Like I probably stopped and then, started bass fishing again. Like probably, I came down here in 2008 and started bass fishing again, but then I kind of like gave it a breather for a while, got into work and everything, and you know how that goes.
Oh yeah.
And then probably about 2018, I think I started picking it up again. So then I started getting real back into it again, real heavy.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Question number 4 is, would you rather fish for smallmouth or largemouth bass?
Dude, that's a toss up for me. I love fishing for smallmouth because they just dig in.
Oh
and
yeah.
I really enjoy that fight. But fishing for big largemouth like down here is a little bit different than upstate New York. So they get a lot bigger down here. Up there, if you get a 5-6 pound bass, largemouth bass up there, that's a big bass. But down here, it's like 8 to 10 pounds. I mean,
right.
It's crazy how much bigger they get. But smallmouth, I mean, like you said before, pound for pound, dude, they're just tough fighters. Very tough fighters.
Yep. And then, other people are arguing, saying even river smallmouth they fight even more than, your lake smallmouth. And, I've caught river smallmouth and they do fight, and I've caught lake smallmouth and they fight, but I don't know. To me, they're about the same, but
we've got some big rivers down here. Like the New River is very popular, and it's a big muskie fishery too.
Okay.
And I've seen some guys pulling 6-7 pound smallmouth out of this river, and I mean, I've heard that they're amazing to fight. But I'm more of a lake guy. I do some river fishing from time to time, but the lakes, there's plenty of smallmouth in these lakes too, and they're still pretty good size. So yeah. I really couldn't tell you the difference between a river and a lake. I mean, I'm not really that guy, but
right.
Either way, I don't care.
All right. Question number 5 is, what got you started making your own baits?
So I'd say, like I said, before COVID, probably 2018, I started getting back into fishing again, probably fished for a while. And the funny part is, I never touched a bait caster until 2018.
Okay.
I always use spinning reels. I just grew up on spinning reels and maybe some spin casts, right? Some push buttons, but
yeah.
I never touched one. But then I made myself learn bait casters, and I mean, I just stuck with it for like 2 years, and I absolutely love them now. Like I want to throw other things, but I like to learn everything. That's kind of my deal. But like I said, I think getting back to it, what I like to do is I started to like to make my own jigs at first, right? And I got into the do-it-mold thing.
Yeah.
I had a buddy that was like, "Hey, I've got a bunch of stuff. we're not doing it anymore. Would you like it? Or you want to buy it for a real good deal? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I paid a couple $100. He gave me like, I don't know, 6 like football jigs and that kind of stuff, all those. And I'm like, yeah, I'll try it. So he gave me a couple, lead pots and a bunch of lead and gave me all that stuff. And I just started doing it, man. And I just kind of fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Then of course you move on to plastics and like I do it all. So I'm like, plastics hard. So I got really into do it for a while and I still am into do it. I have a huge collection over here on the wall
Yep.
of lead molds. I have a ton, and I've lately got into some custom stuff now too. So, and I'll show you some of that later.
I love the custom stuff.
So I've been just building up, man. I've just been, a little bit at a time, just going through it, just stepping it up, just trying to do different things all the time is what I'm trying to do. So loving it.
All right. Question number 6 is, what is your favorite bait and color to make?
So my favorite bait is an underspin. I absolutely love underspins.
Okay.
Fell in love with the do it as the herring head underspin mold. Fell in love with that mold, dude. I loved it. And then I started having some issues like with the holder underneath, the little wire form that holds the barrel, the swivel underneath.
Uh-huh.
I had some issues with that. Rubbing it on rocks and stuff, it would always fall out. And I'm like, man, there's got to be a better way to do this. So from there, I progressed to designing my own, and I've got my own mold that I had made.
Yes.
And now it's got that bottom wire is now angled, so when it hits stuff, it just kind of rolls off of it instead of hitting it hard and jarring it out of there. So that's the only thing I could say about that stuff. So I like to take that stuff and kind of tweak it if I can, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, underspin is probably my favorite, and I know you're going to hate this, but pearl white is probably my favorite color. It just works so well for everything I do.
Okay, it's your favorite color to make or favorite color to use?
Oh yeah, favorite color to make and use, both. It doesn't really bother me.
Okay.
Straight up white, yeah, I'm terrible with it, but like pearl white, I can handle pearl white.
Okay.
It seems to be okay. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know you guys hate it.
I know
it does turn yellow a lot. I have a lot of problems with that. I've done it millions of times, but I still just love doing just like a straight up pearl white. It's just, I love it.
All right. Opposite side, what molds or baits do you hate to make, and what colors do you hate to make? Because I got to hear if you don't mind making white, I got to see which one you don't like to make. Sorry.
So mold wise, dude, I'd have to say I don't catch a lot of fish on Senkos. I know everybody loves catching fish on Senkos, and I know it works. And I have caught some fish on Senkos, but I just don't like making just a straight up Senko. I don't know if it's just the design of it is just, it's just a log, it's just boring. Kind
too
of
easy, I guess.
I never really got into it. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. But the color wise, I've always had trouble making June bug. I don't know what it is about that green flake. I've always had it turn blue, and I don't know if I'm just cranking up the heat too much, but I've always done that. I can never get it right.
It sounds like you're cooking it too long. Yeah. If you cook it too long, it can start bleeding and stuff. But
right. But that green flake turns blue every time. So yeah, I'm sure it's a heat thing, and it's a great color. June bug works pretty well for me too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's probably my worst. I think my worst to make, just because I suck at it apparently.
Gotcha. All right. So we're on question number 8 is, what is some good advice for somebody starting out making their own baits?
So I would say if you're going to make your own baits, pick 1 or 2 things that you really use a lot.
Yes.
Right? Like if there's one jig you want to use that, make that. Get the lead stuff, do the lead. If you like doing plastics, just do one mold and do the plastics. If you're looking at getting into it for money, I would say don't do it, because there's way too many people. It's such a flooded market.
Yes.
I don't even sell stuff. I don't even have a website because I just don't want to be involved with it, and I don't have the time either. I've got a full-time job. It keeps me super busy. But yeah, just pick a couple things you really love and do it. Just stick with it.
Right. Totally agree.
That way you're not spending ungodly amounts of money too. Like all the molds we have, right? I mean, come on.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
It gets super addictive. You know, as soon as
Yes.
that new mold comes out, you're just like, I gotta have it because
Yes.
so I feel you, bro.
And I don't even care if it could be multiple companies with the same type of mold. It's like, no, I got to have that one. I want that one too. And I want
Right.
the other one too. Okay.
Which mold is better? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All right. Question number 9. Is there anything special that you've been working on? And can I see some of your baits?
Dude, I work on so much stuff. Let's start out with some lead stuff first. So I was telling you about the custom underspin thing that I was doing earlier. So this is a prime example of the actual custom underspin that I designed.
Right? Very
it's
nice.
Got the screw lock on it. That's got the wire form on the bottom is bent sideways like that. That's what I've designed, right? And then for it actually like put together so you can see what it looks like, that's one I painted up right there. Let's see if I can get this.
Yes, sir. Very nice.
So just, doing some different things with the epoxy powder paints and stuff like that, right? There's another one. So pretty cool, man.
So how long did it take you to figure out? How long did it take you to figure out how long that wire form on the bottom needed to be to not interfere with the bait? Because I know that I made a custom.
Not long, actually.
Because I made a custom one with the swim bait head, and I had that was a problem that I had.
Right. And if you see this one, you see how it's kind of lined up
perfect.
Almost exact like that. So the way I laid it out, I did a lot of measurements. I mean, I really sat down to design it real well. Now, that's one of the smaller, that's a 3/8 ounce. This is actually half or a little bit bigger. So see how that wire form is actually a little longer?
Yeah.
So that's for bigger ones. So I can actually pour these up to 1 ounce. I've got them up to 1 ounce now.
Very nice.
That's crazy. The company I use is that CNC Molds. Give him a little shout out.
Yeah.
But he does a lot of my custom work. So if you could look at that, it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
He does an excellent job. But you got to have the wire forms and everything made, which I had made through a company and all that stuff. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But some other stuff I've been working on, like I don't know if you're familiar with Lazy Bait Co.
Yeah.
Him and I, he laid out a sinker for me that I actually made silicone lead molds, and I ended up doing that. And what it is just a crawtail mold, and it's a line through with the screw lock on it.
Okay.
Pretty wild, man.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild. So like on those, and I know you like that. I'm sure you like that mold. That what's that called? The hatchet craw from Do It.
Yes,
dude. I catch so many fish on those hatchet craws. It's insane.
So I was actually,
I catch so many on that.
I was just interviewing someone the other day, and it should be posted here in a few days. He was like, "Hey, I like the hatchet craw, but it's just too big for the fishery that I fish." And I'm like, "The hatchet craw, I've caught tiny ones with it. I've caught huge ones. Dude, the hatchet craw, forget about it. That's my my trailer of choice. I even use it for a chatterbait trailer."
Yeah, I think I've caught in like a half-pound bass on one of those. It's insane with like a 3/0 hook. So yeah, I'm not sure how he's having problems with it, but I mean, just keep fishing it, man. I'm telling you, that bait works. The other thing I'm working, I don't know if you're familiar with some of my my soft plastic molds, but I do like the first one I made was called the Big-Eyed Fathead, and
very
it's a
cool
5-inch swim bait. Yeah, and it's got a huge eye on it. It's like a 19 millimeter eye. It's insane. But it's got some really good action. But those I started making and actually selling. So I do sell those from time to time. I do drops and stuff like that. And then I downsized it, made it what's called the Big-Eyed Fathead Junior.
Okay.
And then that one looks like this. So it's just a little bit smaller, like a 4-inch version.
And what size eye is that one?
It's got that's a 15 millimeter
15. Eye. Still a huge eye, man.
Still pretty good size. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I love doing that stuff. And then I did I don't have this bait actually poured, but this one's called the Tombstone Kicker. That's what that one is. And it's got like a tombstone shaped tail. That one works really well. It's a slimline bait, so it's a lot skinnier, a lot easier to throw and stuff like that. And I've caught a ton of fish on that too already. And then I'm working on one new one that I've been working on for the last 6 months, and I cannot get this thing to go.
Okay.
But it's called the Chode. It's the Chode.
Okay.
It's a short bait. I know you're gonna love. I know you love the name. Everybody loves the name. So it's
I was trying to keep a straight face, but go ahead.
I know fat body and a huge like whale tail, but it does not swim like a traditional swim bait. The whole body of it actually moves side to side like this. It's crazy. So I'm trying to tweak it and see if I want to keep it that way or what, but I'm still working on that one. So I dabble in a little bit of everything.
That's
so
awesome,
I'm probably going to be working on some lead stuff here again pretty soon.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get back into something else.
All right. So bonus question.
Yeah.
What do you like making better, lead or plastics?
Oh, dude, that's
I mean, if you had to choose, you're only allowed to do one. I gotta know.
Ooh, I mean, you got to have the plastics for the lead, but if I had to buy one or the other, I'd say I'd probably do the lead.
Okay.
And I'd probably buy plastics.
All right.
Yeah,
Same.
I love doing the lead stuff, man. That's kind of my go-to. But
same
but
here.
I do love doing plastics too. But yeah.
All right.
So,
well, I only have one more question for you. If you can fish with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Dude, I know I've heard a bunch of your episodes already, and I've heard everybody say it, but I'm going to say the same thing. My dad, probably. He's been gone for it's been 10 years now, I think.
Okay.
Since he's been gone. So when he passed away, it was kind of a shocker. Like, oh man, it's kind of terrible. But yeah, just to have him back, to have him in one of the boats I've got, just to take him out and just have a good time fishing, I think it would be great.
Absolutely.
He's more of a hunter than a fisherman, but I think he'd still enjoy himself. I could put him on some fish, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, great answer.
Yeah, that's about it.
Well, man, that's all the questions I have for you, man. Do you got anything you want to add? Any shout outs, anything?
Dude, all I can say is that the bait community has been amazing. All the companies I work with, I buy a lot of Do It stuff, but Do It's been a great company to work with. All the soft plastic mold companies, Epic and, BTS and all those other companies.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, some of the guys I meet and work with, like one of the guys, Swamp Trout Baits, my buddy Chris,
okay.
He's actually here in Virginia as well. And him and I are working out a partnership thing where I'm actually making some resin baits, and they're actually Lazy Bait Co.'s resin baits.
Okay.
And he's selling, I'm just making them and then sending them him, and he's painting them and selling them. So, and I'm going to start doing that a little bit more too. Like my molds, I may start selling through him or selling through somebody else, kind of a new product thing I'm trying, like sending a bunch of stuff to one person and letting them do it.
Yeah.
And I got another guy, Saddle Tramp Baits, I think Bait Co. is his name.
Not sure.
He does nothing but musky stuff.
Oh, okay.
So and he's going to be doing my big underspins, the 1 ounce underspins, and he's probably going to be the only one that's going to be selling those. So I'm trying to do stuff like that where I'm doing partnerships with people so I can make a little bit of money to pay off some of this debt,
Definitely.
buying all this fishing stuff. But yeah, so it's been awesome, man. I got to be honest. And I started watching your videos. I mean, that's how I started doing some of the lead stuff. So kudos to you, man. I mean, and you had the other goat on here, Chris Jones. I mean, I watched his videos too, like crazy. So it's awesome to just see you guys and be on this with you. This is awesome too, man.
Man, I appreciate you coming on, man. And I appreciate you working with me. I know I was stuck at work there for a second, and you still were able to get on. That's awesome, man. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. Anytime.
And that's all I got for you, man. Like I said, I appreciate you coming on. Everybody watching, I appreciate you watching. And yeah, that's about it. Cut.